And there was a stoppage in play where the officials needed to look at a particular challenge, Tom.
Yeah, obviously the one of the seminal moments of the first half was the Cian Healy red card. I suppose the strange thing about was this was 2.5 minutes of play went on before,
Yep.
From the incident, from the time the referee stopped the play, and it went all the way back to review the incident, which is a bit unique. I don't think I've ever seen a situation where 2.5 minutes, and 2.5 minutes in a rugby pitch of play is a long time.
Well, wasn't in New Zealand as well? There was a kicking battle in the third test. I think there was a minute and a half as well of and luckily it was just kicking. But like something could happen in that time. That's time of rugby that doesn't really matter when that happens as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's they say on average maybe mid-30s minutes in a game is live play. For 2.5 minutes of that to roll by, that's not taken away from what happened to be a genuine red card for me anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, on review, I said at the time, with no arguments. In fairness to Christoph Ridley, it's only I was obviously at the game, but when I looked again back, you could hear him very clearly talking to his officials. He it was perfectly clear. He spelled it out. So anyone watching, that might be just learning about the game or experienced fan, he explained it quite clearly, the different steps, how he came to a red card. And look, it was a bit of a disastrous 90 seconds for Cian. Before that, he actually got pinged for a penalty for not rolling away that led to the penalty that led to the line out that led to the maul, the line out where Tom Stewart came around the corner. And Cian had loads of time to see him. Look, I'm not going to tell Cian Healy how to tackle. You just, you go too upright, and he sort of had an upward motion as well. I haven't seen anybody from a Leinster side complaining that it was an unjust red card. You're encouraging guys to try and tackle lower. And it did upset us for a while. Definitely. I'm sure it's something the coaches will work on tomorrow about how we reacted to that red card, because like all professional teams would have drills on playing with 14 men and stuff in these scenarios, and Leinster didn't react well, as we can probably talk about as the game develops on. But yeah, genuine red card, no issues from my point of view, or I think anyone from Leinster.
Absolutely. I mean, they've spelled. There are guidelines there. There's procedures that the referee is supposed to go through, and I think this ref did really well in this case. That he spelled out. I mean, he went through the guidelines as were given to him and said it out loud. This is what I've been given. Point of contact is head on head. We can confirm foul play. It's definitely an offensive tackle. There's no mitigation. Boom. It's all there for everyone to see. And if they want to appeal, if there's want to be red cards afterwards, no. But this is my decision: red card and move on. Connor.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones that is full on letter of the law red card. There's no malice in it. There's no intent for Cian Healy to go in and say, I'm going to mess this guy up right now or anything like that. But the letter of the law says no head contact. I mean, you'd have questions. I think the only thing I've heard anyone question is he's kind of just stationary. He's not really doing a whole lot. I think that's part of the problem. If he'd at least ducked to try and if he was ducking to try and make the tackle and the head contact happened, everyone would be saying, oh, this is outrageous. But he hasn't done anything. He's made no effort. And letter of the law, and we have to go with that because that's what protects players.
No, I mean, from the players' point of view, we know they're trying to stop the offload. We know they back themselves to make an accurate tackle, standing up and to grab on the ball and whatever they're trying to do by the upright. But the thing is, you make that decision, you're running the risk, and if you're running the risk, you got to own the consequences. And it's a classic example, and it was a straight red. There's no question of that.